Stellar Blade was a really great game, and Shift Up has the potential to make this a big series. And we know that there is a sequel in the works. They're working on a title after that releases. And now we're finding out it is the best selling PlayStation exclusive launch IP in history for PC. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel Spider-Man, these are all games that got wrecked by Stellar Blade. And I think that this is so funny because the Access Media was previously coping and seething over how well this was doing on console. And now they have to deal with the embarrassment of admitting they were wrong about this game, and because the PC release did so good, which I think is great. They initially said that, oh, it's just Gooner slop and Gooner bait, and it doesn't have any substance, and it's really not that good of a game. But now they're proven wrong because clearly not every person who bought this is a Gooner, loser, chud, whatever they want to call us these days, because every new update on Stellar Blade seems to suggest that the game has defied all expectations. Shift Up had said that it overperformed. They said that it is boosting their company to new heights, and gamers are also saying this could mean great things for video games because it proves again that sexy does sell and that this is the direction companies should go in. Now it's understood that Stellar Blade has beaten out Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, and others to be the best-selling PlayStation exclusive on PC. And you know what is so hilarious about this? We know that the Stellar Blade sequel is going to be multi-platform. At release, it's not going to be a PlayStation exclusive at launch, meaning, right, they are going to lose out on way more money. They were probably hoping that Stellar Blade 2 was going to be exclusive to the PS5 at launch, and that's not the case. Stellar Blade news has been coming thick and fast recently. A Stellar Blade sequel is confirmed to be in development, and the bombshell was dropped that Stellar Blade is going multi-platform. The original game was a success on launch and continues to escalate in terms of popularity and sales. Shift Up has revealed a new graphic showing this to be the case. Stellar Blade developer Shift Up showed off an impressive chart showing the biggest PlayStation exclusive games that have received a PC port. The graphic shows the top 6 games for sales on PC. The data shows Stellar Blade hit a peak of 192,000 concurrent players on Steam at launch, with the next best being 77,000 players for Ghost of Tsushima. The headline sentence also says best-selling PlayStation exclusive launch IP in history. Based on the numbers, this isn't just the case, it's conclusive. We reported a couple of weeks ago that Shuhei Yoshida absolutely wanted Stellar Blade on PlayStation after playing it. PC players eventually got a chance to experience it, which was clearly snapped up. The game's appeal continues to grow as the Stellar Blade Silent Hill F crossover was teased, and owners have new content to play, including 3 new epilogues. But we know that when it had launched on Steam, it hit 1 million copies sold in just 3 days. And we also knew before that it had sold about 2 million copies. So at this point, it is, I would assume, well over 4 million copies sold. We don't have an exact number, but they did say that it had exceeded their expectations, which is great. I love to see good games succeed. This title had a pretty cool aesthetic, awesome outfits, compelling characters, good English voice acting. It just had a lot going for it, and the action itself, the gameplay itself, was really freaking good, and I can't wait to see what they do with Stellar Blade 2. I think that there is so much to this world and so many cool characters that they could highlight, and I really, really hope that they don't just pump out game after game after game after game and then not increase the quality and expand upon certain themes and areas and pieces of lore. Like, I hope that they really are very tuned in to what their audience wants, that they are really understanding what it is that made this game so special in the first place, and they just continue to build off of that. And I think that they have a lot going for them. This was a post from July that said Stellar Blade crossed over 2 million sales on Steam. So yeah, this is the 4 million established number. And there were tons of people saying it deserves it. This is a major victory, but PC gamers don't buy games. Good for them. GoOnErS everywhere rejoice. I'm still saving up to buy and play it. Some medical bills kicked my ass, and it really is a good game. I do highly recommend it. And I think that it is a big win for not only Shift Up, but also gamers, because for years now, we've been told that we're gooners and losers and shoulds if we want games with pretty women. But look at the level of success of, I don't know, Dragon Age the Veilguard versus a Stellar Blade. Even look at games that haven't come out yet that are facing major backlash, like the Gothic 1 remake versus something like Stellar Blade. That game isn't going to sell, but this is selling, and I think that there is a big opportunity for indies and double A's to continue to grow, especially in this, we'll just call it a niche, where you have games like Nier and Stellar Blade and even Code Vein, where they have very specific aesthetics, but they also feature pretty women, they've got really good action, and they're games that do not have high budgets. We don't have confirmed numbers on the budget for Stellar Blade, but it was estimated to be around $45 million, which is still a pretty penny, but it's because 150 people worked on this game. We're talking about several years and sort of working from the ground up. It's not like it is a sequel where they're mostly using reused assets and things like that. So they did have to put quite a bit of money and time and work into it up front, but I really am so happy to see that this is happening in a time where we get so many Dragon Age the Veilguards and Avoweds and the Outer Worlds 2s, and we're just getting a lot of games with really poor aesthetics and poor character designs. There are still diamonds in the rough, like Eve in Stellar Blade, and Taki and Lily, and all these characters that look really pretty and beautiful and sometimes sexy depending on the outfits you put them in, and I just love to see really good games succeeding. So I will be keeping my eye on Stellar Blade. I'm super excited for the sequel. I will definitely be playing that at release, but PlayStation must be furious that Stellar Blade is now the best-selling PlayStation exclusive launch IP in history for PC, beating out their games like Marvel's Spider-Man and God of War. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.